Something that's really been on my mind recently is just the way that pop culture and like superhero movies has been affecting people's like general attitude towards things. Like, this is immediately apparent with the war in Ukraine. If you look at the way that people are treating it, right? Like, if you look at the messages, I'm not gonna say propaganda, but you look at the messages coming from either side, especially from people who support Ukraine, and basically every fucking thing they say is some sort of parallel to pop culture. Like, oh, the Russians are orcs from fucking Warhammer or Lord of the Rings or whatever the fuck. And, or they're fucking, or Zelensky is like fucking Dumbledore, and Azov is like DA, like Dumbledore's fucking army, shit like that. And it's so fucking common, like literally, Zelensky was wearing a fucking t-shirt that had like join the dark side on it and like a Ukrainian flag. Like, do you have any idea how fucked up that is? That like, people are so, their fucking noodles are so fried that they can't see anything for how it is. It has to be some sort of like fucking, they have to make some sort of like parallel to like a movie to fully grasp it. Like, could you fucking imagine? And like, it's so fucking common, and like, the biggest, the two biggest consequences for this are, well, the first one is that because people think of it like fucking pop culture, the people on the other end of their fucking gun, they're not people, right? They're like the fucking bad guys in an 80s action movie. They're just like fucking disposable dudes that are there one minute and gone the next. Like, this fucking obsession with like good guys and bad guys has completely removed the sanctity of human life. And on top of that, just the way that everything is so like fucking disgusting and dehumanizing and just degrading for everybody involved. Like, literally, you can pay $2,000 and get your fucking like gamer tag, your YouTube logo put on like a sticker that gets put onto a fucking grenade that gets dropped onto a Russian soldier. Do you have any idea how fucked up that is? Like, this isn't like this isn't one of the fucking dudes from Maximum Action. This isn't like a bad guy. This is a 19-year-old kid who got railroaded into a war he wants nothing to do with by a politician, okay? And they're treating it like it's a fucking video game. They're literally putting their fucking little FaZe Rug logo on a grenade and dropping it on somebody. Like, people are so detached from reality and the reality of war, it's fucking disgusting. Like, people, and it's a fairly recent occurrence. Like, if this happened like in like the early 2000s, if fucking like if footage came out of like a Blackwater PMC doing something like that, like saying, could you imagine like if a Blackwater PMC like referenced a video game before shooting somebody or something like that, there would be like fucking articles on like the New York Times about it. Like, the guy would get fucking fired, he'd get extradited to the US and given like the death sentence. But like, now they're literally uploading like snuff footage of Russian soldiers getting killed onto like the fucking internet, and people watching it and going, whoa, that's fucking cool. Like, it's fucked up. And like, the whole good guy, bad guy thing is so fucking stupid, because these are not bad guys. These are just fucking people that are doing something. Maybe they do believe in it. Maybe they do genuinely like Putin and they are fighting for their country, but they're still people. These aren't these aren't video game enemies. This isn't GTA 5 where you can just like fucking mow down a freeway with a minigun. Okay, these are actual people with actual lives and actual dreams. Most of them don't want to fucking be there, and they're being treated like this. It's disgusting. And this is gonna have like a lot of fucking consequences. Like, this is like, Ukraine has done war crimes. They have done fucking war crimes, and they're recording it and they're putting it on the fucking internet, and people are laughing at it. Like, do you have like this is fucking horrible. And if this is a precedent that's getting set, this is going to change war forever, because there's not going to be any sort of dignity in it. It's going to be fucking hell. And once you're through that hell, whether you survived or whether you got fucking shot in the head, you are going to be permanently immortalized as part of a fucking frag compilation that's gonna get uploaded to fucking LiveLeak or something. Your death will be broadcasted to millions with fucking LCD sound system playing over top of it. Like, some fucking guy is gonna put, like, Kevin McLeod's Sneaky Snitch over you getting your fucking brains evacuated from your head. Think about that for a second. This is how the world is starting to go. And it's because nobody fucking, like, the best thing that could happen to the West is a nuke. The best thing that could happen to this, to Western civilization in both North America and Western Europe is for, like, the fucking lights to go out forever. Like, some, like, catastrophic, like, life-changing shit that fucking puts everybody back to square one. Because people are so entranced with modern comforts and modern escapism through fiction that they're treating reality like it's a game, like it's a fucking movie. And it's fucking disgusting. Like, the value of a human life and the sanctity of a human life is fucking going down. It's fucking plummeting. Because people just don't think about it. They don't think about what they do and, like, how what they do affects shit. Because it's like they're in a fucking video. For them, it's like they're in a video game, you know? Like, they're not killing a person. They're killing a fucking NPC. And that is fucking terrifying. Because, like, if this shit keeps up, then we're fucked. Like, all the human rights, like, outcries that are happening. Like, the shit that's going on in Iran, if that happened, like, 20 years later, like, if that young girl got killed 20 years into the future, there wouldn't be, like, fucking riots in the streets. It would be put in a fucking World Star compilation with little fucking Yang ZZ playing in the background, alright? And people would watch it and laugh at it. There would be no fucking riots in the streets about a human rights violation. There would be no fucking nothing like that, right? It would be part of a YouTube video. Like, I'm fucking terrified about the way that things are gonna go. Because, like, these video games, like, I know this is, like, the most hypocritical thing ever to immediately compare what's going on to a video game after shit-talking people who do exactly that. But all the, like, jokes about, in games like Cyberpunk and GTA, about how nobody gives a fuck about anybody else, like, the shit and like the joke commercials and like the one-liners and shit like that in games like that. That's now. That's not 2077. That's not Los Santos. That's not fucking Mega City 1 from Dread. Okay, that's now. Everything that's happened in those fucking video games is happening now, and it's because nobody can tell the difference between the two. Anyways, that's all I got for you in terms of my my schizo rambling. Like the video if you agree. I mean, if it's not like disliking the video if you disagree with do anything. So, you know, leave a comment. I allow all comments. I don't filter any of them. I don't delete any of them. If you say something that I think is funny, even if it's shit talking me, I'll probably pin it or heart it. And stay safe. And you know, think about shit. Don't. Fuck. What's the best way to word this? Don't agree with something even after you found out that you shouldn't agree with it, just so you don't have to go back on yourself. There is absolutely nothing wrong or shameful about admitting that you were wrong. And I had to do this because originally, like, back when this whole Ukraine war thing started, I supported Ukraine because on the surface level, what Putin was doing was wrong. And I still think that what Putin is doing is wrong, because even though I agree with a lot of stuff that he thinks, because we're both fairly right-of-center people, I think that the way he's going about it is completely fucking wrong. I don't like tyrannies, even if I agree with the tyranny, okay? But at the same time, like, you look at fucking Ukraine, and the shit that they're doing is worse. Like, the shit they're doing is, like, horrible, like, shit. Like, fucking, like, disgusting. Like, something that, like, a bad... There we fucking go again. Now even I'm doing it. Anyways, I think I'll end it there. Nothing's cut and dry. There are no good guys. There are no bad guys. There's people and there's politicians. Stay safe out there. I don't know. Keep on rocking the free world. Do.